Why is it so difficult to accelerate your balance with scalping? First, you are using outdated information. In this video I'll show you only the actual strategy. Second, you don't have clear criteria to enter in a trade. We will definitely fix this point too. And the third, you don't know how to distribute your deposit, which is extremely important with scalping strategies. Of course, we'll talk about that too. So let's fix these 3 points and your account's balance will go into space today. Before I will give you all the actual tools and information for scalp trading, I remind you that the first you need is a Forex broker. Of course, you can use absolutely any broker, but if you want to be able to automatically copy my trades or trade together with us in my community, I recommend you my broker. You just need to get on my Telegram channel by link from the description, and that's all. So let's go to the TradingView platform. Today we will work with the 5-minute time frame. It is a universal time frame for scalping. And today we need only 2 indicators. The volume we can basically turn off. I always do it on my own. And the first indicator we have, how do you think it is called? Of course, we write scalping in the name of the indicator. And the very first indicator is scalping pullback. It has 15,000 users. Just click on it and add it. The second indicator is called Imbalanced zone, from the author of Frozen. It has 1,200 users, and we also add it, but for now we will hide it. So let's start with the basics. We will be looking for a full-fledged trend reversal, and despite the fact that we have a scalping strategy, it doesn't mean that we will make 100 trades per day. I don't see any point in that at all, because unnecessary actions will only lead you to disappointing result. Look, what a great downtrend we've had for a couple of days. But here, when the chart have a blue line, we have a trend change. Also we have a gap, and this is 100% a buy signal. And then you can see that the uptrend is developed. While we were failing, we left behind a huge number of unrevised highs. And of course, when the trend changed, the stock market will come back for these horizontal values. And today we will set our take profit or one take profit according to a similar rule. Here we also had a down signal, but unfortunately I didn't have time to enter it. So let's see how it will be developed further. We will have a small correction to this growth, and here I will show you one trade which I recently made. It is very indicative and perfectly fits this strategy. We have formed a certain horizontal level. I think all of you can perfectly see it. So our current target is to wait that the chart will be consolidated above the main blue line. So let's scroll down to that point, and now the sideways movement is going on. And as soon as we come out and consolidate completely above the blue line, we test this blue line from above. We also see that we have a red line crossing the green line. This is a very good signal to go up. Here we have a horizontal level. I think all of you know how to find and highlight them. There are automatic indicators for these two, which I recommend in my Telegram channel. This is actually our entry point. And the only thing we need is to realize whether the entry point really good for us or not. So we need to match the risk with the profit. I remind you, when you are trading with scalping, especially if you are a beginner, you need to keep a risk to reward ratio with 3 or 4 stop losses per profitable trade, and you still remain at 0. If you will trade 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 trades, it is very likely that you will just lose your money. Well, we finally have an uptrend marker. Even though we had a horizontal level, which was broken, we are testing it again now. This is horizontal level, let's highlight it in red. So let's make it bold. This horizontal level was broken, so we open a long position, of course. Right here we have an entry point. Now the first thing we need to do, and this is our next criterion, is to determine the exit point from this trade. The imbalance indicator will help us here, and it is imbalance zone. So we turn off the indicator, which we need to find entry points. We turn on the imbalance indicator, and the most important thing is to find the 2 most powerful imbalances. So here we have the first imbalance, and it is our first target. We put take profit here, and depending on this take profit we can change our stop loss. For example, I need my trade to be from 1 to 3, risk reward is 3, and it means that my take profit is 3 times more than my stop loss. We can also start from the stop loss, and the stop loss is also placed behind the nearest imbalance zone. It can be here, but then we will have a long stop. Or it can be here, and then we'll have a short stop. I'm going to put it in the middle, so I put a stop loss right here. So let's see what happens with this trade. I have already traded it, so let's just enjoy the quick workout and the great result. Congratulations! The trade closed without any nerves at all, and it brought me a very good profit. Let's find these trades in the history. The first trade is Euro CAD. As you may have noticed, I have 10 as a size of the trade, and as scalping I use a fixed position size. Because I really understand how many pips my stop loss takes. Let's say here the stop loss is 152 pips, and this size I usually put a lot as 10. You safely calculate the risk of a trade with the help of the site babypips.com and the position size calculator tool. Just type in here the balance of your account. I have it, let's say 10,000. I have 10% risk on the trade. Right. The size of your stop loss, it is 150 points, then choose a currency pair and calculate. As I said, the approximate position is 10 lots. Let's go back to my second trade on euro-dollars pair. It is also a very revealing trade. We have absolutely the same indicator, so we wait until we have a breakout and crossing of lines. Here, as you can see, we have a gorgeous horizontal level, above which we are fixed and from which we can open a position, because we also have a crossing of at least 2 medium sliding lines. On this candle we open a trade, take the long position tool, put approximately here the entry point, where we can potentially have it, and now we move a little bit away from the chart, turn off this indicator, or do everything in strict sequence, and we have a clear zone for stop loss and take profit. The trade could be from 1 to 4, but the trade we have is from 1 to 3.5, really like this. Look how perfectly it all fits here. We have a small stop loss which limits our loss, and there is a large potential profit. So let's see how this trade works out. This trade worked out incredibly fast, and as you can see from the history, it brought me quite a lot of profit. Here is the last trade on euro-dollar pair, brings me almost 3,000 bucks. You can see all the settings on your screen. This strategy works very well when the trend changes. For profitable trading, you can use the criteria you just learned. Thank you for watching this video. The Take Profit team worked on it.